Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another video. And today, I've got another auction house guide for you. What cars to invest in, #2. I hope this guide helps you out the same way it's going to help me out. Without further ado, I hope you and your families are well. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a good Thursday. And let's get straight into the video. Cue the intro. Yeah. And we have arrived, and the first car on our list is the Nissan Pulsar GTR, the baby R35. Now this thing is currently selling for 2.179 million buyout price, and is a starting price of the exact same. Now this was once a $20 million car, as is every other car on this list. It once was a 20 million credit car. They have depreciated in value because there is so many on the auction house. But if you buy these for cheap right now or manage to snipe them for peanuts, they will appreciate in value in the next couple of weeks / months. So boys, my first option or investment guide to you is the Nissan Pulsar GTR. If you see one of these looming around on the auction house, be sure to grab a few. As you can see, I've grabbed 3 for stormy days that are coming ahead, but they will be selling for millions of credits in the next couple of months. Trust me on that. Moving on. Second on our list, boys, we've got the McLaren Speedtail, one of the most ugliest McLarens they ever made. Don't hate me on that, it is. But this thing is currently selling for absolute crumbs of a price of 1.718 million credits, and has a starting price of roughly the same, exactly the same, my bad. This was once a $15 to $20 million car. I remember when it first came out. Again, it's depreciated over time because there's been so many times it's been made available to get, or either been on the Forzathon shop for 100 Forzathon points. If you see this one going around for dirt cheap, be sure to grab it. This price will appreciate in about maybe a couple of months, couple of weeks maybe. It depends if it comes back next season or not. But again, this is a $20 million car just sat in the dirt right now. Grab, invest. Moving on to our third spot on the list, we've got the 1989 Toyota MR2 GT. Again, like every car on this list, they are exclusive and they come around in festival updates or Forzathon shop. Now this thing is currently selling for 2.162 million and has a starting price of roughly the same. This was, again, every car on this list, it was once worth a lot and now it's worth peanuts. If you see any of these going for dirt cheap, boys, make sure to invest. This price is appreciating. It is going up weekly. It does take a week, boys. It takes another season update next Thursday for the marketplace to shift, go up or go down. But if you see any MR2 GT, especially the 1989 model, be sure to bag yourself at least 3 and sit on it. Be patient, wait on the price because it will go back up. Moving on to our fourth spot, boys, we've got the Lexus LFA, one of the best sounding cars on the game. I have covered this car tons because I'm so interested in how their price has depreciated so much in the short space of time. It's currently worth 2.205 million credits and has a starting price of roughly the same. Just exactly the same. If you see any of these on the auction house, be sure to grab you a few. This, I remember when this was first available, I've sold mine in the past for over 20 million credits. It's depreciated heavy. It's been made available to get on the Forzathon shop for about 80 Forzathon points a couple of months ago, and that absolutely tanked the price. And then it was made available again on the Forzathon shop, and I think in a playlist update. This price has tanked, but the price is going back up. It did go down to 1.8 million, I believe, and now it's at 2.2. So if you see any Lexus LFAs going for dirt cheap, be sure to get you a few. They sound beautiful, and it once was a $20 million car, and once will be again a $20 million car in the next couple of months. You just have to be patient. Moving on to our fifth spot is the 2019 Bugatti Veyron. One of the most prettiest cars in the game, but currently sitting at a price of 8.212 million credits. Now that is expensive, boys, I know, but anything under 10 is reasonable and you're going to make a big profit, at least 12 million. This was once a $20 million car. I remember when it first got available, it was a big roar, and now it's sitting at 8.212. It's been made available a couple times, and I think a few times in the Forzathon shop, if I'm not mistaken. But boys, this was once a $20 million car, and the price is slowly but surely creeping back up. I remember 2 months ago this was sitting around 6 to 7 million credits, and now it's at 8.212. So that's an increase of just shy of a million credits. Sit on it, keep it, wait out. It's going back up. It's got to be patient. Moving on. Next up on our list at number 6, we've got a very interesting one. I need you to hear my opinion on this. We've got the 2014 Maserati Ghibli. Now this came out about 6 months ago, and it is never appreciated in price since its starting date price of 404,000. But it is coming back currently in season 29, which is today, in about 3 weeks on Thursday, in autumn I believe. So after autumn is concluded, when we get into spring again, when the season is finally over and we get onto update 30, this price should appreciate. It should go back up. For some reason the developers never increased the price of the Maserati Ghibli. I've always wondered about this car, that's why I've got 2. But I think this is a very good investment car. I think it's a diamond sitting in the dirt. It's never been increased before, number 1. Number 2, it's coming back in 3 weeks' time. Then after that 3-week season is concluded, when we finally move on, the price should appreciate. It should be 11 to 15 million credits in the next month or 2 months. So that's why I believe on this spot is a Maserati Ghibli. If you see anyone selling 404,000, be sure to buy you a few. What's 404k anyway for a risky investment? Hey, you got to take all the risks in life, otherwise what's the point? If you see any of these cruising around, boys, be sure to grab you a few. I believe these are going to go back up in price heavily. Moving on. Next up, we've got the brand new Hyundai Velociraptor. Now, good luck sniping any of these. Very hard to do right now. They're going like hotcakes. And do you know why they're going like hotcakes? Because these are selling for 1.767 million credits, which is peanuts. I promise you, right now, as on the 19th of November 2020, this will be a 20 million credit car in a week's or 2 weeks time. Number 1, it has 6 wheels, that's exclusive. Number 2, it's a brand new Velociraptor. I promise you, this is a $20 million car in the waiting. It will be, trust me on that. If you manage to get any for 1.767 million, send me a picture of them, because that is a great investment and I am jealous. I've not been able to find any to snipe, but this is a $20 million car waiting in the dirt. If you do manage to snipe one, be sure to keep it. Do not sell it for 12. Do not sell it for 15. It will be a $20 million car. Give it time. Be patient. I promise you on that one. It's a brand new exclusive. Moving on. Next up on our list, boys, and pulling us back to Toyota, we've got the 1995 MR2 GT. Currently sitting at a price of, let me have a look, 1.802 million credits, and has a starting price of roughly the same. Yes, exactly the same. 1.802 million credits. Now this was once a $12 million car. I remember seeing it literally 2 weeks ago going for that price, and now it is absolutely tanked to 1.802 million credits, but it's actually holding its price quite well. I thought it'd go underneath a million, and that's a show of great investment, because this car will climb back up. It's holding its price decently. It hasn't dropped underneath 1.5 mil to 1 million credits, which is a good sign. If you see any of these on the auction house going for very dirt cheap, 35 grand, 400k, anything under a mil, the MR2 GT, be sure to invest in them, because this price will creep back up, just like it did for the Celica, just like it did for the Corolla, just like it did for the Supra 2-litre GT, which you can't get anymore. And yeah, investment is key, but you must be patient and waiting on it. Last but certainly not least, boys, we've got the 911 Carrera 2 by Gunther Works. Now. This thing is currently sitting at a price of 2.147 million credits, and has a starting price of the exact same probably. Yes, it does. But there's a funny thing about this car, boys, and this is what's interesting. You remember, cast your mind back to the Range Rover Velar dropping 3 months ago in winter, around about that time. This price was once 1.110 million credits. I've got it written down here. So slowly but surely, the Gunther Works Porsche is appreciating in value. But it takes time, boys. This was once a 20 million credit car, then it's been absolutely flooded on the auction house, so the price is depreciated. It is going back up, but just very slowly. If you see any of these going around in the auction house, be sure to try sniping them for under 2 million credits. That's a good profit margin. If it does bounce back to 6 to 12 million credits. But yeah, with that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, you don't have to drop a like, you don't have to subscribe. I just hope this guide helps you the same way it helped me to earn money in this game. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. I hope you enjoy these designs that my community make for me. They're absolutely beautiful, and I've got to show them off because I appreciate them. But apart from that, boys, I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good rest of your week. Yeah, yeah.